I started my shoot and I stepped on a freaking bee and it stung me. I was in the salon, by the way, for 15 hours. They couldn't get it. While I was watching another model's hair fall out of her head.
Oh no.
Understanding what contracts are and what you should be signing into a contract. Really lawyering up because you can get really taken advantage of in this industry. Your lunches may be less than 30 minutes when even though we're required to have 30-minute lunch, sometimes you don't get that. Sometimes you're lucky to even like get a bite.
Yeah. A lot of time you didn't get it.
Yeah, exactly.
Hi, we are with Marissa
Hill, everyone.
Yes,
AKA
introduce yourself.
Shade is my nickname, but it's good to see you all. Yes.
Okay.
My channel on YouTube is Shade TV, so my nickname is Shade.
She's a creator. She's a model.
I'm wearing my YouTube jacket.
How long have you been modeling?
I've been modeling for almost 15 years. Basically, we're considered like abuelas or grandparents in the modeling industry. Even though it doesn't
sounds so old.
I know, right?
What's your best memory or best experience as a model?
Okay, I would say, I think for any model, like the best jobs are location jobs when we get to fly somewhere fun. I just think that being able to travel through modeling has been my greatest experience, but anytime I get to go to the Caribbean, I think one of my favorite jobs actually, one of my clients actually let us stay at her home in the Bahamas, and it was on the ocean. She had the most incredible like oceanfront property.
That's a free vacation.
Oh my gosh, they brought like lobster from the ocean. They were catching our dinner. Like,
for you?
Yes, in the back. It was crazy. And so every night we had like a freshly caught meal every day. And then just like the house was gorgeous. There's nothing better too than like shooting where you can like go and take a quick nap. You know, when you're not shooting in between sets. Like,
especially the after lunch break.
Yes, exactly. It's like, okay, Marissa, we don't need you for 2 hours, so you can go and like take a quick nap if you want, and then we'll call you when we need you for like the next shot.
That's like paid vacations for you.
Exactly. Especially when you have like a free day before. Like I love when, you know, you get to fly in a day before, you get to unwind. The worst is when you're doing like a red-eye flight. Oh, you know, you got to go straight from your flight to set, and you just feel terrible no matter like how much you want to like refresh yourself. It's just.
But you look good anyway. Come on.
Oh, you look amazing.
What is the worst yucky experience?
I've had different experiences. I think one was when I started my shoot and I stepped on a freaking bee and it stung me, and the photographer had to take this massive freaking thing out of my foot, and then they like literally were like, here's some Benadryl. I was about to pass out, but I had 10 hours left in my day, so I was literally like drugged up.
No, but how can you walk?
My foot was swollen. It was terrible. I had a fat foot.
But you still have to continue shooting?
Oh, well, it happened on the first shot. Like, literally, me and the other model were linked. We had our arms linked. And then all of a sudden, I was like, ah! And I looked down. The photographer was like, oh my God, you stepped on a bee. And so that's when he had to yank it out. And that was my first time I ever got stung.
Oh, God.
So it took a long time for me to realize at least I wasn't allergic.
What clients did after? Like, what did...
They gave me Benadryl and made
me...
That's it? Of course, girl. The show must go on.
Yeah.
And then I would say, let's see, other worst experience. Of course, sometimes you don't get the nicest teams. I was getting my hair done one time and they were supposed to dye it a certain color. They couldn't get the color correct. So they basically blamed my hair. And they said, well, it's your hair's fault. And so I was already feeling insecure on the coloring day. I was in the salon, by the way, for 15 hours. They couldn't get it. While I was watching another model's hair fall out of her head.
Oh no.
And then the next day, everyone was so mean. Like the photographer basically made me do like ISO push-up abs to get a beauty shot, which is dumb. Like she had me
Why?
I don't know. Like the other model, she was so kind to. She was like, oh, do you need something to rest your arm on? Can make you more comfortable? And then I get up there and she's like, there's something off with you.
Oh no.
And then she zoomed into my eyes. She's like, your eyes are weird. Do you wear contacts? I'm like, no, I don't wear contacts. And then it was just like the client wanted me to do certain things. She was telling me the opposite, almost like to make me look bad in front of them.
But you need to keep smiling.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I think I've been very fortunate to not have too many terrible situations.
Yeah.
There was one time where I had a family shoot and the guy made my little daughter cry, and so she ran off set, and then he looked at me and was like, she's not dressed sexy enough. So then I had to go in a sexier outfit.
Oh no.
And then they had me sitting on a chair. He ripped the chair from underneath me and was like, you need to dance. And then he started yelling at me saying I wasn't dancing sexy enough. So
You have a lot of memorable incidents.
yeah, I know. Those are just a few. But other than that, you know, I would say for how long I've been modeling.
Yeah. Last questions. What do you want to tell the girls or people out there who want to pursue modeling? What they're supposed to do, what they're supposed not to do, or if they feel discouraged,
I
what they have to
definitely
do?
would say that you need to have very thick skin.
Okay.
Because the industry is not this glamorous world that most people think of when they open up a magazine. It just seems like everything's perfection.
Yeah.
You're having the best time of your life. It is
Yeah.
work. You have to look at it as this is a job.
Yeah.
This isn't something, you know, that's a fairy tale necessarily. This
Yeah.
is not a regular 9 to 5. Like we work 10 to 12 hours some
Yeah.
days, you know, where the normal person doesn't have to work that long. Your
Yeah.
lunch is maybe less than 30 minutes when even though we're required to have 30
Yeah,
minute
yeah.
lunch. Sometimes you don't
Duh.
get that. Sometimes you're lucky to even like get a bite.
Yeah. A lot of
during the
time you
day.
didn't get it.
Yeah, exactly. So I think just preparing yourself and understanding that like you're competing with a very small percentage of the world.
Yeah.
So if an agency doesn't necessarily like you in that moment, don't stop there, because I think we've all gone through different scenarios where maybe agencies say no to you, but then you build a strong book and all of a sudden it's like, yeah, we want to take you. But I think understanding the simple foundations of
Yeah.
what you need first off to get signed, understanding the language of what is another agency, understanding what contracts are and what you should be signing into a contract, really lawyering up, because you can get really taken advantage of in this industry if you don't know what you're doing, you don't know what you're reading. So if you don't understand something, making sure you have somebody where you can ask them like, what does this verbiage mean? Should I be signing this?
Yeah,
Does this
yeah,
make
yeah,
sense? You know, in perpetuity is a very scary word
Usage.
in our for usage in our industry. Understanding terminology like that is
Yeah.
very essential, because you know you can really get in trouble. You have to
Protect yourself.
You have to protect yourself, and it's
Yeah.
very competitive. So
Yeah.
don't get discouraged if you don't get a job right off the bat. Like you're competing with a lot of girls.
We
and
have tons of no's before.
you have tons of no's, and you know, like it's funny. You walk into a casting and it's like 70 girls that look like you.
Yeah.
So understanding that it's the right time, right place for everything,
Yeah.
and sometimes it has nothing to do with you. It's
Yes.
just like that client has to see exactly what they're looking for, and when they're looking at 500 girls, that's really hard to do.
Yes.
You know, and swapping yourself with them and understanding like that decision must be so difficult. You know,
Yes.
to make. So yeah.
Thank you, Marissa.
You're welcome.
This is so good.
Yep, and you know we're modeling together today. This is actually one of the fun shoots. Yes, this is a location shoot.
Thank you, honey.
Yeah, of course.
Bye, ladies. Bye, girls. Bye, guys.